Reira te mihi kia koutou kua hara mai nei, nau mai hara mai. E roto I te tō tātou whare. Ai, no te puku o tika hau, ko tuwhare tō Ngāti Raukawa, Ngāti Mania Poto, Te Arawa, Ngāti Pikiao ki roto I ti, ko Stan Tawa tōku ingoa. Hi, I'm Stan, and I'm Māori. Kia ora.
Tēnā koutou te whānau o te aka o Aroha Noa. Tēnei te mihi kia koutou katoa. He uri ahau ngō Ngāti Porou, te whānau Apanui, no Taranaki, he uri ahau no Taranaki, ngai tahu hoki. Nō reira, tēnei te mihi kia koutou. Hi, I'm Merekaraka, and we are at Beach Campus. This is my wonderful husband, Stan, of course. And this is our aroha, all our love to you, Grace Vineyard Church. Stan was late 80s, I was early 90s when I came to know Ihu Karaiti as my personal saviour. It's not that I didn't have an awareness of God or Ihu Karaiti, Jesus Christ, but the revelation of him came to me when in the early 90s. And then later on coming into Grace Vineyard Church, where we've made home for could be about 15 years now. Whanaungatanga, well, Whānau we know means family, can mean family. Birth is also Whānau, so Whānau means birth. Whanaunga, to come together as family and in relationship. And Whanaungatanga is really a way of living to actually become family. So to come together as family, and within that, there's all sorts of things that are birthed. There's revelation through each other that's birthed anew when we come together as family.
It is so deep, right? It really is quite a deep in that what it means and how do we bring it in, how do we put it into action? We put it into action by being that action, you know, by being the face of Jesus, by being the community to those that are without community.
The greatest thing about Whānau, it's in the thought of God, because he's a Trinity God. He's a God of family. And so it's about bringing community into a family again, that they're rebirthed really in who they are, in their identity, and knowing themselves and knowing that they are actually a loved son or daughter of God.
Yeah.
So Whanaungatanga is a very powerful thing for me, a very Māori thing, but very powerful.
Yeah.
So in terms of Grace Vineyard Church, it'll be a blessing to come into this teaching again of Whanaungatanga, to come together, to be revealed, so that the Lord may reveal himself to us afresh through the body and through our brothers and sisters in the church. I think the impact of being part of the body or being part of Grace Vineyard Church on our journey, for me, is to be amongst a body of believers, to be amongst family who are not just family who love you, but friends.
You don't get to choose your family, right? Well, I think that's the analogy that I would use. You don't get to choose your family, but you're part of it nevertheless. And so you run together in that, and you're there with all your failings and your shortcomings, but you're also there with what it is that you're the best at, and you're able to lift others and bring them and bring yourself into a space of fulfillment and knowing the Lord. It's a good space to be in.
I think for me, to walk together as a family, intimacy and relationship with Ihu Karaiti, with Jesus Christ, is number one, because out of that flows the love for family members, to be able to overcome, to have mercy and grace for each other, to honour the gift of the Lord that's in them, but respect them in their identity as a person.
It's about working it out together, right? Taking the journey together, not taking the journey apart. And we're there to strengthen and release each other into bigger and better things that God has for us, the purpose of God in our lives. We've been privileged to know the Lord since the 1980s, and for us it's not the legacy. The legacy that we leave is that our sons and our mokopuna would continue on in knowing Jesus Christ as their Lord and Saviour, and knowing what that is and how their lives are impacted by that.